What's up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy. Here we are once again on this wonderful Tuesday night for another edition of Random Fandom. This one, Random Fandom number 57.
Yeah, the week of April 2nd.
We had a lot to talk about tonight.
We do.
Andy, you said there's a substantial amount of toy news tonight. So
a lot of toy news to go over.
If that's your thing, stay tuned. We've got a lot to go through.
Yeah, Hasbro had a ton to dump at the Wondercon event this year.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, before we get to any of that, we should probably open up with
we should probably let them out of the box.
A round of
Random Fandom Trivia.
All right, I have no prior knowledge of this week's Random Fandom Trivia, as I really rarely do, so this will be an interesting one. What do you got?
All right, question for you.
Yeah.
Which is the first sports film to win an Academy Award for Best Picture? Is it A, The Sandlot, B, Rocky, or C, Angels in the Outfield?
Oh, I know this one. I believe Best Picture. Only one of those movies won Best Picture.
They're all great movies, though.
Did any of the other? To the best of my knowledge, only one of those movies won Best Picture.
Fair enough.
Written by, directed by, starring.
Produced by?
I'm sure on some level, but written by that person. Yeah, there's Gaz. Of course, it's Rocky. Not necessarily the only movie in the franchise to count, though. There's some duds. There are some duds. Yeah. I'm looking at you, Rocky 5.
Really?
The one where he fights Tommy Gunn on the street? Absolutely. Look at the answers just floating in. Rocky, man, final answer. Oh, it's Major. Hello, Major. Nice to see you tonight. Michael Martinez coming in with Rocky as well.
Well, they are correct. It was Rocky.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Guys, evening legends, and a legend yourself, sir, in the live chat tonight. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for coming on over.
How can you hate number 5? It's got the Don King knockoff.
That movie was awful.
Touch me, Asu.
It was so bad.
Touch me, Asu.
It was so bad. Yeah.
My respect's out in the street. Come get some.
Okay, it had its moments.
It did.
But let's be real. Like, I'd rather watch, Apollo get killed by Ivan Drago 10 times over before I go back and watch Tommy Gunn. It was just so bad.
Yeah. And I don't know. Focusing on, like, looking at it back now, the mental health aspect of it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There was that whole...
You mean like dealing with concussions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Traumatic brain injury?
Yeah. and knowing that the guy's suffering that, and Tommy Gunn still went after him.
Yeah, but he's Rocky.
Yeah.
He's Rocky. He won it in the streets where he came from.
That's right.
All right. It's Random Fandom Tuesday night. We are a 100% audience participation show. We can't cover everything, in the past 7 days that's occurred. Although we do our best to get at least the most entertaining ones. If you have something you want to talk about, don't hesitate to hit us up in the live chat, whichever platform you happen to be watching on. Or if you want to take the plunge, the phone line is open. You can hit the custom WhatsApp link right in the description of the video. And you can call us live. Call us live. The line is officially open.
So this week was a bit tricky just because of the April Fool's Day stuff.
You really had to turn up the BS filter.
Yeah. Because there was a couple that's like, oh, well, that would be awesome. Like Kevin Smith posted that in 2024, they were going to do a, anniversary remastering of Dogma.
I saw that. Yeah.
He posted today. Sorry, folks. It was just April Fool's. It's like, oh,
why do you let it ride so long? Like, do you ascribe to the school that April Fool's is over at 12 noon?
I That's the old school thought, is it not?
That's what I always thought. Like at 12 o'clock, all the haha stops, and then you let everybody in on it. Like, do we just let this stuff go now?
Well,
Especially when some of them are just, they're like, especially for people like us who are like into pop culture, where that stuff is like, so tantalizing. Like it could be real.
yeah, but here's the thing about your social medias and stuff. This is
Yeah.
going to come back up in months or years or whatever. And
on
this is just
the memories.
confusing folks. This adds to the Mandela effect.
Go and delete your
Yeah.
April Fool's posts so they don't come up next year.
Because once it's out there, it's going to spread. So
I believe that's Major saying that The Sandlot against The Unforgiven was close, though. I don't know.
Guys,
It should have been over the top, baby.
how come we don't get a remake of that?
Nobody's asking for that. No, mind you,
Everyone's asking.
nobody asked for the Roadhouse remake either, but that happened.
It was all right.
It was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. It was entertaining as hell, and I had a good time watching it. So it did something for me.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, Roadhouse. Did I keep that on the board?
Maybe.
I don't know if I did or not.
You might have.
I did. Roadhouse.
There you go.
Every time, right? Yes, because Over the Top is perfect. Absentee father. Absent father who takes his kid on the road, who exposes them to extreme violence.
Isn't that the same plot to Real Steel?
Yeah, kind of. But it's robots. So robots, only in that case, the child participates in the violence.
True.
With the remote control, right?
That's right.
No, it's cool. I like it. I like Stallone movies. I'm not going to lie. I'd like almost all of his movies. The comedy is like,
stop or my mom will shoot.
I think that's the better of the two. I think Oscar was the worst one. But yeah, I like his stuff. And honestly, Stallone fans, if you have not seen Tulsa King, what are you doing? Get on the Tulsa King. It's over on Paramount Plus. It is a fantastic series, and I really, really, really hope that they do a second season. It's so good.
Well, here's hoping.
Yeah, because I don't think we're going to get that other Expendables.
You never know. They're trying to spin it off into the ladies now.
They've been trying that for a couple of years. Expendables.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen either.
Everyone wants more Jason Statham.
Yeah, I guess. I like Jason Statham. I mean, he needs the right vehicle, though.
True.
I don't think anything of late has been that for him.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at you, Meg, too.
Hey, it was fun.
You liked it.
I did.
Yeah.
I like those big movies.
I did. Well, I liked the first one. Oh, that's cool. Gaz, that's a deep cut, my friend. The Death Race 2000. Wow. With Stallone and David Carradine.
Or are we talking about the remake of that with Statham?
Well, I mean,
I guess the 2000 was the original, right?
It works either way because Stallone was in the original Death Race.
Yeah.
And Statham in the remake. Yeah. Michael Martinez, how many arm wrestling matches went down in your school when Over the Top came out? And yes, Tulsa King is awesome. Thank you so much. Love that show.
None, because I was too young for it.
Man, I mean, I would have been age appropriate for that.
Mm.
I mean, everybody would there was a lot of arm wrestling, and I think a lot of people tried to put that finger thing to the test. Does that actually work? Yeah, it's all
technique.
Yeah. Pro arm wrestlers, though, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of that stuff? See the reels come up on Facebook every once in a while.
There's a show there. I guess now it's been a couple of years, but it followed a bunch of professional arm wrestlers around.
Yeah, yeah.
And you follow them to the top tournament. And
yeah,
I think it only got one season though, if I remember right.
I don't know. Well, should we get to what we came for tonight? We should get to some of the news this week.
Yeah, we got a couple sad ones.
I guess we should start off with those, get those out of the way. Not gonna lie, I did make a joke about this one.
Did you?
I did.
Uh-oh.
Did you not get it?
Which part?
Well, you bring it up and I will.
Well, we lost Oscar award-winning actor Louis Gossett Jr. this week.
Chappie! I'm sorry. How can you not though? And I say that in the nicest way, like and in the most reverent way. I love Louis Gossett Jr. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Super awesome career.
How old was he?
He was 82. No,
87. 87.
I got my 80s. There's two 80s this week. So.
Gotcha. But honestly, do you have a favorite Louis Gossett Jr. Piece? What do you guys? You guys have a
I
favorite
mean,
Lou
Iron
Gossett?
Eagle's up there, but like
Yeah.
really dug him in Watchmen, the series.
Was he in the series?
Yeah.
Still haven't watched that.
Oh, it's so good.
My favorite, absolute favorite, all-time favorite, forever will be my favorite Louis Gossett Jr. role is in the film Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid,
Nice.
where they play opposing fighter pilots in an intergalactic war who crash. They crash on a planet and they must work together to survive. But the movie is so far ahead of its time. Chappie's character, he plays an alien. The Drac is the species, and he just calls him Drac. But they're asexual, and so Chappie's character gets pregnant and gives birth and dies on this planet, and it's up to Dennis Quaid to get the child back home.
Oh,
and it's so good. He's so good in this movie. If that movie was robbed, and I know science fiction gets shit on all the time when it comes to awards, but that movie, if you have not seen Enemy Mine with Louis Gossett Jr., that is your homework for this week.
There you go. Guesses what? Chappie?
Yeah.
No.
No, Chappie, no. I know, same thing. I was like doing the whole Doug Masters thing when I saw it. And I sent you the GIF of him in the plane. No, Chappie. But yeah.
God,
it's like
The Punisher for favorite film.
Oh, was he in The Punisher too?
I
The
think he was
Lundgren one?
I think so.
Oh, I got to go back and watch that one again.
But yeah, it's been in Officer and a Gentleman, Roots, Watchmen.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
The 80, The Punisher.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He debuted on Broadway back in 53, though.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
At age 16. Wow.
Yeah. But crazy long career.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
but he's not the only one that we lost this week.
No, he's not. Yeah. So thoughts go out to him.
As always. Yeah, we're always thinking of these guys and their families.
But we also lost another one in a tragic accident.
This one, it's funny because this is a little more
contemporary, I guess.
It's a little bit more forward in my mind, just because he's the person I last saw on screen. Chance Perdomo from Gen V died tragically in a crash this week, a motorcycle crash. Man. Yeah. Oh yeah, Gaz, Lou Gossett Jr., an out and out legend, absolutely.
Yep.
But Chance Perdomo, have you watched Gen V yet?
I have not watched.
Have you seen The Boys?
I'm not even caught up yet.
Okay. So. I mean, obviously it's a companion series to The Boys.
Yeah.
Just as violent, just as like crazy scripts. Yeah. And he was good. He was good in it. It's really unfortunate. It's sad when we lose folks, when we lose our screen icons, but it's even more sad when it's
to finish out.
Oh, when it's preventable.
Well, that too.
I mean, I'm not saying, we don't know that he didn't get wiped out by a car or something, but at the same time, right? Like, I mean, a car accident just seems so like senseless, right?
Yep.
So yeah, really sorry about that one.
Yeah. But a statement was shared by Shelter PR, his reps.
Yep.
And it said his passion for the arts and insatiable appetite for life was felt by all who knew him, and his warmth will carry on in those who loved dearest. We ask to please respect the family's wish for privacy at this time as they mourn the loss of their beloved son and brother. So
yeah.
Definitely, respect that.
Absolutely.
But again, he's not our only one. This one is a bit more, what do you want to call it? Vintage sci-fi, I guess.
I don't know. You tell me.
Hollywood royalty, maybe.
Sure.
But we lost also Barbara Rush this week.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
She was in films like When Worlds Collide and It Came from Outer Space, along with like Magnificent Obsession.
Sure.
The Young Lions.
Wow.
But yeah, 97 years old.
You go back and watch some of these old B sci-fi movies, man, and you forget that these people, and this is in the day like when you made a movie for the studio and you worked for one studio like forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, but she starred in movies alongside Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and Paul Newman. So
yeah,
she mixed it up.
The golden age of Hollywood.
Yeah. But she continued acting into her early 90s.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what the last roles were?
I don't know what her last role is, but she did give an interview to the San Francisco Chronicle in
Oh, sure.
1997
Okay.
and said, "I'm one of those kinds of people who will perform the minute you open the refrigerator door and the light goes on." So,
And apparently got a good sense of humor too. So
yeah.
yeah. Damn, those were some great films. Yeah.
And then this one just today, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. I saw this one and kind of went, oh.
Joe Flaherty has passed as well at the age of 82.
I was gonna say, was he that old?
Yeah, I didn't
My
think he was
God,
that
I
old.
don't think of him as being that old, especially when I see his contemporary Eugene Levy, who's still very much in the public eye. He's got having just wrapped up Schitt's Creek a couple of years ago. He's got his own reality show right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Eugene Levy, The Reluctant Traveler. That's what it's called, and it's a travel show. Yeah, Silver Spider. Yeah, what exactly? Exactly. Yeah, we just got this one's kind of last minute earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, it was the statement coming out here from his daughter. After a brief illness, he left us yesterday, and since then, I've been struggling to come to terms with this immense loss. So, and yeah, like SCTV, guy's a legend.
That's what I mean. Like, I mean, you can't look at Joe Flaherty and not think of Count Floyd.
No,
you just can't.
And like, even though it was a small cameo, like, dude,
oh, I know,
he mastered the word jackass.
Jackass.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore.
That's the first thing I thought of when you sent it over today. I'm like, oh, jackass.
Yeah, but that wasn't his only one. He's in Anchorman with.
Oh my God!
Legend of Ron Burgundy there. Freaks and Geeks. You remember that show?
I do remember Freaks and Geeks. Yeah,
that spawned a whole bunch of
a lot of people.
Franco and
absolutely all those guys.
But yeah, and even though he was famous, for Canadian comedy, he's an American.
I did not know that.
Yeah, born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, honorary Canadian though.
I would say so. I mean, look at his contemporaries though at the time.
Yeah, like John Candy,
Andrea Martin.
Yeah. But so lost another one.
Sad to see that one,
But
we haven't seen him in a while either, so
yeah,
it's funny that it takes their passing to suddenly remember them. Yeah.
But then you do get him back in there and you remember all the stuff they did.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to remember them for the right reasons. So
yeah.
But
moving on to some newer stuff here.
Oh, this one has me excited.
They've released the first official image from the Star Trek TV movie Section 31.
This is cool. This kind of fell into obscurity for a little while. This character, Michelle Yeoh's character, debuted on Star Trek. Oh my God, Discovery, Star Trek Discovery. Yeah, the one with the weird ship that nobody knows about. Yeah. Anyway, her character, I don't want to spoiler if you haven't seen Star Trek Discovery, you might want to go and at least watch season 1 to get caught up with her. She's actually from the Mirror Universe, and they bring her over, and through her escapades in the Prime Universe, she gets recruited by Starfleet into Section 31, and it was the spinoff. We thought it was going to be a show, and then it wasn't happening, and then it was, and now it was going to be a film, and now it is. It is confirmed. It is a TV movie. They've wrapped filming. It's pretty much ready to go. Discovery comes back to TV this week, by the way, too. Yeah.
But I guess there's a couple other past characters that are coming back into this too.
Do we have any names?
Apparently, what's her name here? Rachel Garrett, a young Rachel Garrett.
Okay.
Played by Casey Roll.
All right.
Was introduced way back in Next Generation.
Oh, right.
Making an appearance in this
as the older, fearless captain of the Enterprise C.
Yeah,
that's the one, the ship at a time.
Yeah,
that Tasha Yar ends up leaving on. She goes back with them.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So should be good.
Yeah, I'm very much I'm a Trekker. What are we called now? I don't know what we're called. I like Star Trek.
Fan.
I like Star Trek.
Fan of things.
And although I'm not disappointed that Discovery is ending. What was supposed to be the signature show for New Trek just hasn't worked out that way. And I think it really boils down to that, Anson Mount and oh my God, Mystique, original actress.
Oh,
Rebecca Romaine.
Yeah.
When they showed up in season 2 as Captain Pike and number 1, they completely stole the show. So no wonder Discovery essentially took over, as far as I'm concerned. But we're not getting more Discovery until 2025. Yeah.
Guess it should have done.
Wow, Tom Paris show. Do you really think so? I mean, the Tom Paris character we all know was pulled right out of the Next Gen. They liked his original, because Tom Paris, sorry. Oh my God, the actor. He does more directing than he does acting now. I can't think of his name. Oh my God. Locarno, the character that he played in the Next Gen, Locarno was part of that accident that Wesley was involved in.
Okay.
There was like a fighter accident in a demonstration team. There was a crash that killed somebody, but they liked the Locarno character so much. And I think they wanted to make Tom Paris Locarno at one time, but like he got drummed out of Starfleet. They're like, well, we'll just hire him and make him a different character that's got a bad attitude and needs some, reforming. It's interesting though. Wow, Tom Paris. I have to know, guys, have you been watching or have you watched the first season of Star Trek Prodigy? Because that is kind of the spiritual successor to Voyager. I don't know if we're going to get Tom Paris in that, but I know season two is coming. Funny story about season 2. Paramount went out of their way to like, hey, we want to have all the Star Trek in one place. So Paramount Plus will be the home of all Star Trek, except for Prodigy. Robert Duncan McNeil, thank you so much. You should check it out. I know it's marketed for kids, but it is the spiritual successor to Voyager, and it's pretty darn good. Especially when you see who actually comes back, maybe later on in the show. But anyway, season 2 apparently just turned up on French broadcast television unannounced. Ahead of its Netflix debut. So when Prodigy got canceled, they had already completed season 2 and they were looking for a distribution channel. And apparently it got shopped over to Netflix. Well, it hasn't debuted on Netflix yet, but earlier this week, it turned up on broadcast television in France. So if you have access to French television, you can see season 2 right now. Totally worth watching, though.
Cool.
Do we got any more Star Trek news? I love Star Trek.
This next one's not Star Trek.
Okay, all right.
On the heels of the lawsuit.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently Vince McMahon has continued to sell off his WWE stock and he's getting crazy cash for it. I guess there's an SEC filing from TKO Holdings that confirms McMahon sold 3.5 million shares.
Oh, wow.
To an unnamed bank since March 5th. And he's earned nearly 100 million from that sale.
You want to bet it's a Middle Eastern bank?
Maybe.
I think it's from Saudi Arabia.
It could be.
I'm totally
based on his past dealings. It could be.
I'm just throwing that out there. I don't really know.
But this is the third major sale of company stocks since November 2023, and he has now surpassed the 1.2 billion in sales of shares.
Wow. So I mean,
that's
not only
just what he's sold so far.
Not only is he going out, he's going way out.
Yeah.
Anticipating he's going to need that money for something else?
Probably.
Yeah.
But he hasn't given any reason why he's dumping, but I mean, obviously, with everything that's looming.
Wow. There might be some I don't want to what's the word I'm looking for? Reparations need to be made.
Yeah. At least that, if not jail time.
Wow. That's part of it too.
But yeah, following the whole lawsuit from Janelle Grant.
Oh, sure.
He's once again sold more. Relinquished. He actually gave up 6.5 of his total shares, which equaled out to 400 million.
Holy crap.
And that's just there. So what he still has left.
Could he just have like 1% of that?
I know. Who needs that much?
We spread that around a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd share it with you.
But apparently he is currently left with just over 11.5 million shares in TKO Holdings.
Oh boy.
And that is currently.
And that is valued at what?
$1 billion based on the current share price.
Oh dear Lord.
And that's owning less than 8% of the company following his latest transaction. So
a company that big, then I mean, you wonder how many owners are there, how many people are involved. Like, is this a big portion of the company or no, not really?
If it's only 8%,
That's what I mean. Like, then you wonder,
that's
like,
still a lot of voting power as far as a shareholder.
but if everybody
But-
that's involved has 8%, like how many times does 8 go into 100? Like,
Yeah.
you're talking a lot of people, and I'm sure it's more than just individuals. I'm sure there's like you say, they sold it to a bank, so
Yeah.
it's not just one person that's benefiting from that.
No.
Man, that's a lot.
Even though he still has that, apparently it's not enough to force his way back in a third time. So that's good news.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I said, the guy's going out. You might as well go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. He won't be, yeah, like you said, he won't be coming back. Does anybody even want to see him come back after all of this stuff that he's been embroiled in?
If he's guilty of even half of it, no.
I mean, you've got Ronda Rousey on the outside who said that, he's still going to be phoning it in.
Well, that's what he did the first time because he was still working through Bruce Pritchard.
Well, that's what I mean. Is that still an option?
Bruce Pritchard's still there, so I guess it could be.
Do you think they just quietly move him to a position where that's not going to matter?
Maybe.
Might want to consider that, WWE.
Yeah. Brother Love should never have that much pull.
Yeah. Brother Love. God.
There's your throwback.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yep. But here's another one. Blast from the Past getting a remake. How about Arachnophobia?
Oh, really?
Did you like the one with John Goodman?
John Goodman and who else was in that?
I don't recall.
Wasn't there
Another name? Possibly.
No. Also a wrestler, but not actor turned wrestler. Oh my God. Courtney Cox's brother.
David Arquette?
Yeah, wasn't he in that? Oh, not brother.
No.
I guess they were married at one time, weren't
Yeah,
they?
they were married.
Wasn't David Arquette in this?
No, he was in Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh, that's why I'm getting them
Yeah,
confused.
Yeah, there was a big spider.
Thank you for Arachnophobia. The one, with John Goodman.
Mm-hmm.
The one where the big deal was, oh yeah, all the live spiders, to get them to do what we wanted to, we just blew on them to get them to move away from.
Yeah, because they all but the last spider in that were real.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Big Ben was the only animatronic.
I think there's room for this, particularly because I mean, in reboot land, nothing gets the reboot treatment like a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's so much you can do. I mean, you throw enough money at it, you can make some pretty convincing looking spiders, and then you can have your CG convincing spiders do a lot of things that you couldn't have real animals do. I mean, that is the expression, isn't it? Like, nobody wants to work with kids or animals in Hollywood.
Yeah, basically.
Your CG spider will do exactly what you tell it to.
Actually, wasn't it Jeff Daniels in the original who had he had arachnophobia? I think it was him.
Maybe.
But this new one apparently is in the works, coming from Steven Spielberg's Amblin Partners via Atomic Monster.
Okay.
And the production company that founded The Conjuring and Aquaman creative team, the guy.
Oh, wow. James Wan. Yeah.
So they're kind of getting together on this. And
that's interesting.
Yeah.
You think so? Is James Wan attached to direct it?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Because he's got some horror movie cred. So
Sure.
But apparently the original director, Frank Marshall, will reportedly return as well as an executive producer. So
my God, Frank Marshall's still alive?
Apparently.
You know who Frank Marshall is? That's Penny Marshall's husband.
Yes.
Penny Marshall, Laverne?
Yeah.
Laverne and Shirley Laverne? Yeah. Okay. Legend.
Yep. Hopefully he doesn't get embroiled in scandal.
Kind of hope not at his age. My God.
But yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I am not a horror guy, so it's hard for me to say whether I would be into this or not. I'm not opposed to it. I definitely think there's room for this one. I think this is an easy remake that would be easy to digest.
Mm-hmm. But continuing with new movies.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire got toppled at the box office this week.
I saw it.
Yeah.
And I saw this one too. I've seen them both.
Godzilla versus Kong, the new Empire, took over, pulling in $80 million.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Frozen Empire still has the global box office total, but Godzilla X Kong, whatever the hell it's called.
New Empire.
We got Frozen Empire. We got New Empires. We got Empires Striking Back. I don't know. The movie, if you are going for the plot, well, you're going to be disappointed. But if you are going to see Monster Smash, then
That's what I'm going
it
for.
delivers. It delivers on, well, it delivers on a bunch of levels. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It is pretty good. It's what's the word I like to use for these kind of movies?
Monster movie.
Big dumb fun.
Nice.
It is big dumb fun, and big dumb fun is exactly what I want sometimes when I go to the movies.
Mm.
I don't think that Godzilla movie would be the same watching it at home. It definitely is deserving of the big screen, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Monsters that size, right?
Yeah.
Gads is saying Julian Sands.
Julian Sands was in
was in
Arachnophobia.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And
only the big G could take down the Ghostbusters. Both films were a good time. Now, you and I saw Ghostbusters together.
yeah, I liked it. I really did.
I liked it too. I had some criticisms of it, as did you.
True.
What did you?
I was kind of I was holding out hope that at the end, when they come out of the firehouse, that we would get our Louis Tully cameo.
We were hoping that that the recent Rick Moranis sighting was sort of a Ghostbusters is about to come out.
Yeah, but
no, that did not happen.
No, unfortunately.
We got teased again with the marketing material. We got more stuff in the marketing that did not happen in the movie.
It's true. The parka scene from the trailer,
where everybody's standing there, got one leg up on the roof of the firehouse. Everybody's wearing the red parkas. Didn't happen.
No,
we didn't see it.
Only got a couple of red parkas showing up.
Yeah, there is some criticisms to be had of this movie. Most of them are nitpicky, like little niggly stuff that probably doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But like, the way that they had Ray handle certain things, like matters of the occult, like Ray as a doctor, as a parapsychologist, should have been a little bit more cautious with the way he was tossing stuff around.
True.
I thought Phoebe should have been, was a colossally poor decision to get into the machine. Horrible idea for someone who's like, I'm a scientist. Well, you're also a child and you are acting like one right now.
Yeah, but if you look at the subplot of like the I don't know if it was intended or whatever, the romance.
Do you think that was what was going on there?
Would factor in as to why you'd make such a dumb decision.
I couldn't figure that one out. If it was just like, a real friend, or if there was there
was like a couple glances shared, like young love type thing.
Yeah, I wondered. I wasn't sure. It works either way, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Like it can be or it can't be. You decide what you want. You put your own thing on it.
But overall, solid outing for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, go see it. The one thing that disappointed me was the return of Slimer. I think that was the biggest disappointment I had, was that they didn't do enough with him. I really, really wanted them to work towards tying in the animated series, and I actually thought with Slimer, spoiler, Slimer living in the firehouse, living upstairs, was a great segue from the animated series because he lived in the firehouse with them anyway.
Yeah.
Sadly, that did not happen either. Stay fit, keep sharp, make good decisions.
That's right.
Wholesome advice. Sage wisdom right there.
Yes, sir. But yeah, Godzilla topped it out this week, and then Ghostbusters followed up by Kung Fu Panda 4.
First movie in Legendary's Monsterverse to be told primarily from the perspective of the monsters. And that's where the movie really shines. So if you haven't seen this one yet and you are a fan of the Monsterverse, and maybe you were a little bit disappointed with, the last couple, loved the Godzilla movie, wanted to see more Smash, this delivers. It makes up for what we didn't get in the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. Mind you, you might want to go and revisit the other Godzilla versus Kong movie, because when I went to see this one, I could hardly remember any of the human characters. They were just so like, whatever. I'm here to see a monster. I don't care who you are.
There you go.
Yeah.
But, let's call this next one here. Dunkin' Donuts has rolled out its new line of beverages.
Yeah, you sent this one over. I sent you a beverage thing this week too.
You did too, and we'll get to that in a little bit.
This one, I want to try them all.
Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to go to the states listed in orange there on the map.
Yeah.
And none in Canada as of yet.
Well, is there still Dunkin' Donuts in Canada?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen a Dunkin' in Canada for ever.
Yeah.
Now, Look at how many border states there are, though.
There are a lot of
We're
border
just
states.
4 hours from the border.
You are.
we could like slip over and grab some.
So these spiked iced teas and spiked iced coffees are currently available
Yeah.
at a variety of retailers, so not just Dunkin' Donuts. But they are available in Alabama, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Vermont, West Virginia, and Wisconsin.
So like
But they're
a
also
good chunk of the states.
yeah, and they're expanding into Louisiana and Virginia and Indiana in the first half of this year.
Cool. I wonder why the rollout is so like just east.
Well, if it follows, like, didn't Dunkin' Donuts kind of start on the east and then go west?
That's a very good question. I don't
The
know.
original donut line, because I think there was something in that the foods that built America.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Where, like
yeah,
they
yeah,
started
maybe.
out as a little shop here and then changed up and kind
Gotcha,
of flowed
gotcha.
out.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
But yeah,
That's
either
cool
way,
though. 5% alcohol. That's good. That's normal strength. That's great to know.
get you messed up.
What do we got? We got slightly sweet iced tea. We got half and half iced tea. Strawberry dragon fruit, and then mango pineapple. I want to try them all. I'll try all the cheerleader beers. Now they're cheerleader alcoholic coffees. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Cheerleader beers. That's what I'm sticking with.
There you go. So how about some toy news? Because we've got a lot.
Oh dear. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I love what? So a quarter of the U.S. runs on Dunkin's. Yeah. That's about right. I mean, what percentage of Canada runs on Tim's? Lots.
80 to 90.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. But
Raise your hands if you visited a Tim Hortons in the last 24 hours.
my wife did though. So this first one here kind of ties back to our Godzilla X Kong.
Oh yeah, okay.
Spoiler ish.
Oh, this is the one I sent you.
It is.
Yeah.
Because technically on the cup that is available at the
Yes,
cinemas,
the collector cup.
there is a fourth kaiju that I mistakenly thought might have been
Gamera.
yeah, Gamera the turtle.
Yeah.
But it is not. It is actually Shimo.
Shimo, yeah.
So
I don't know anything about this character. I had to look it up after the movie.
yeah, same here, but I'm gonna wait until I go see the movie. But yeah, this one comes from Haya, Exquisite Basic Series.
Yeah.
6-inch scale, so it'll total out for
It
around,
looks good.
It does. It'll go for around 60 US, I believe.
This would scale well with any of your NECA Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
or even the Mezco Kong figures.
Yeah, but stands at 170 millimeters tall, and tries to reproduce every aspect of his appearance from the film. Lots of detailing in the skin, multiple joints through the body. Like
Yeah.
he does a good crouch and he can stand pretty well too.
I
so.
think they I don't want to contradict you, but I believe they identify Shimo in the movie as being female.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Don't take my word for it, but I think Shimo is female.
If it's a Shimo.
Well, Shimo
yeah.
with an I.
So,
but I do get like why you thought the Gamera,
like,
the turtle face,
just on the turtle, like the face
turtle
on the cup,
face.
right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
anyway, it's out there somewhere.
It's a cool, actually, this kaiju's portion of the story is actually really cool.
Nice.
And when you see how this kaiju is used, you're like, oh, that's very cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Moving on to some McFarlane stuff. Apparently,
because what would a week be without Batman?
That's right. Well, it isn't Batman, but it is from Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
Apparently, the Joker Mobile is coming
I just
soon.
saw this. Yesterday, I think.
Yeah, exclusively to Target, so I'm not sure where it'll be up here.
Well, it's Toys R Us or GameStop. Pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one.
I'm assuming we're going to get like a big reveal, same as some other McFarlane stuff, because this one is just kind of cast in shadow.
Now, do you remember this in the series?
Honestly, no.
Neither do I. So I was like, there was Joker had a car in the animated series?
Sure, why not?
I think Joker Mobile, and my brain automatically goes to the little Corgi Jr. white station wagon looking thing with his face painted on the hood. That's the Joker mobile. I don't know what this is.
Wasn't it the truck from Maximum Overdrive?
Like the tractor trailer?
Yeah.
do
Didn't
you
it have the Joker face on the front?
Oh, that's Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Green Goblin.
Oh, you're right.
That's the Green Goblin. Yeah.
I'm off on my franchises.
No, it's all right. You
That's
went from
terrible.
well, you were still in the superhero genre.
Well,
It's
at least it
okay.
was still a villain.
Yeah. A green
villain.
Yeah, exactly.
Sticking with villains, they also revealed this week the Penguin 7-inch scale figure.
Does this not kind of give you superpower vibes?
A little bit.
I thought so, yeah.
A little bit, but 7-inch scale, and he pre-launches today for pre-order.
Oh, good question. Did they take the idea of this kaiju from Gamera? It reminds me of Baragon. I don't know. I did look up Shimo after the movie, and I didn't find a whole lot of information. Most of the information on Shimo actually put me back on this movie. So I don't know if this is an original Toho monster that we've borrowed, or if this is a new monster.
Yeah, I'm not fully up on my monsters. I know the big names. And
no, neither am I. Yeah.
Sticking here, we've got another one from McFarlane, Starfire.
She looks good.
Number 11.
She looks good. I will give you that.
Accurate.
The dynamic hair. I mean, you want to have her in a dynamic pose. I don't think it's funny that they've sort of obscured the hair in the static pose with the power effects on her hands. Because I think if you did a museum pose with her, I don't think she's going to look all that great. In a dynamic flight pose, tops. Oh, Gaz is saying no, she's not an original. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I didn't know that.
Roots. But then still one more with McFarlane here. Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
That's decent.
Instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
Yep. I can hear his accent from here.
We've got enough Flash figures. You need this guy eventually, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Fill out the Rogues Gallery. But last week we had mentioned that they are doing, and going back to our trivia, the Apollo Creed and Rocky
right, yeah.
figures. Well, they've been fully revealed.
Yeah, it wasn't very long before we got the full.
No. And now we've got a really good look at the 6-inch posed figures here, based on the 76 film.
Look at that. Apollo's got some he's got some puffiness going there.
Well, that's
he's taking a few.
You get an alternate head with them.
Oh, really?
So you don't have to have the beat up one. You can have the start fight.
Gotcha. Okay. So you can go back and forth, and So what do we have the beat up Rocky too?
I believe you do.
But, that's gonna be awesome.
This one, it comes with the 6-inch scale figure, extra head, printed backdrop, environmental base, collectible art card, and a secret bonus item. So what that is going to be, I don't know.
Championship belt.
Maybe.
It's got to be a belt. I mean, look at the base. Look at Creed's base. It's the belt.
True. But then you also have the Rocky, and again, 6-inch scale.
Yeah.
Comes with that alternate head, printed backdrop, environmental base, art card, and another secret bonus item.
Oh, I mean, he's in the ring. What else could you go? So Creed, it's easy. The belt, because he was the champ. He was the world champ. Rocky, on the other hand, what secret accessory would go with this look for Rocky that wouldn't break the suspension of disbelief? I don't know.
Because you couldn't even give Apollo the Uncle Sam hat with all the sparkles.
No, that's not until Rocky 4.
Yeah, because that's 4, right?
The other thing you could do, and you'd have to do it for both of them, is you give them their entrance robes. You could robe them.
But since they're kind of a static
pose, but they're already dynamically posed. Getting some soft goods on that, not going to be too easy.
Not going to be super easy.
But. Gaz makes a good point. He says Apollo is cool, but y'all know we want an Action Jackson figure. That's so true.
Now, one weird thing to point out here, the Rocky one is going to be limited to 6,400 pieces.
Yep.
But the Creed one is only getting 5,600. So I guess they're banking on a whole lot more Rocky than Creed fans.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, I was going to say it is Rocky's name on the franchise. Creed now, but the Creed we're talking about is not Creed. It's not Apollo.
No, but at the same time, if this is because you can hook them together to do the big recreate.
Do they
all,
actually
right?
physically join together,
Yeah,
or
it
just? Oh,
includes
okay.
a versus display,
Right on, right on.
a display piece to recreate your basic dream match.
You talk about Rocky. I have the NECA, the Rocky 4,
Nice,
Rocky Balboa, and Apollo Creed,
nice.
who has the top hat. So I don't know if I'm going to get these. I mean, I'm a Rocky fan. I've got my representation of Rocky. I don't think I need. I mean, this is the Academy Award winning film version, but I don't think.
Well, if you're a diehard Rocky fan,
I don't think of this as the definitive Rocky Balboa, though. Like,
no, this is the starter Balboa.
you give me Rocky from Rocky 3, and you give me Clubber Lang. Well, then I got to think about it. But I don't think I need this one.
Fair enough.
I like it though.
Moving on here.
Oh, you know what? While we're still with McFarlane for a second, I forgot to send it to you, but I saw a group shot, the Music Maniacs.
Yes.
Which do you have it?
I did not include it because
That's okay.
they didn't
We
get
can talk
singles,
about it.
but we've covered the Aussie and we've covered the
Alice Cooper, but there's also
Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, who was the fourth? Oh, that's terrible.
Now I
wasn't
drawn a
Manson,
blank.
was it? Marilyn Manson?
No, it wasn't.
I recall seeing it though, and
yeah, but it was like
Zombie
it was
the
a group
last
shot.
one.
Yeah, and I saw Rob Zombie, and I immediately thought of you.
Yeah, I was like, that's the one my eye went to. So
I'm surprised that they haven't done like individual promo shots for all of them.
well, I'm sure
Maybe they have, and we just haven't seen them.
Maybe they're just waiting until closer to pre-order.
Well, maybe
because
maybe
there was space between Ozzy and Alice.
Well, yeah, like a day. From the time that we saw them, it was only like a day or two. It wasn't long.
Fair enough. But this next one's kind of music inspired.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Coming from Super 7, we get Czar Noir from Czarface.
Yeah, this doesn't do anything for me.
No?
I know nothing about this.
Yeah.
What you got to tell me, what is this?
Well, I was hoping you knew. Because other than, doing this whole line based on like album mascots.
And this is in the Ultimates line.
It is.
Yeah, that's a fully articulated figure. Wow.
Yeah, multiple heads, multiple hands. And if you buy it, I guess, in the wave, you get a bonus pack, which comes with an alternate head and a half-eaten burrito.
Oh, the best thing about that is the burrito.
It's not an appetizing-looking burrito, though.
No, it really isn't. No, I don't know who this is.
No,
I have no idea who this character is. I assume, like, obviously, it's album art.
Yeah.
It's not an Eddie.
No.
So yeah. Oh, that was the other one.
Was the other
It
one
was
Eddie?
the trooper.
That's right.
Yes, with the red coat.
Yeah.
God. Haha. Brain, don't fail me now. My God, we're jumping all over the place.
Yes, we are.
Sorry about that.
We'll stick with Super 7 here for a second.
Yeah, seeing as neither of us know anything about this figure and nobody in the chat is talking about it, let's move on.
It's kind of neat looking, but not for me.
Yeah, not for me either. Looks like an anime villain.
Could be like an early version of Spawn.
He looks like he could be like a villain from what's the thing that Goku is from?
Dragon Ball?
That's the one. He looks like he could be a Dragon Ball villain.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Anyway, sticking with Super 7 though, they've got their 3 3/4 inch scales still rolling out.
Oh, the reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one might be up your alley.
Oh,
Conan the Barbarian.
Two out of 3 of these I have in Ultimates.
Nice.
So what I really want is an Ultimate, and I don't know if he's out yet. The Subotai. I really want Subotai.
Well, at least you got Conan and Tulsa Doom.
I do. I have that Conan, Pit Fighter Conan, and I also have the Beach.
Yeah, with the sword.
I have that one as well. The biggest complaint I have about those figures, which isn't what we're looking at right now, is Conan's sword in the Ultimates line is too long. It is not scaled properly. It's much, much too long.
It's Braveheart's sword.
It's not that long, but it is long. It's much longer than it should be.
Some are longer than others.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Subotai though is a must-have for me, just not in the reaction line. And then the Wizard and Valeria.
Yeah.
Because then I'll have everybody.
But the card art on these is really nice.
The card art is good. I can't deny that.
Gaz saying
album art figures? They're gonna do Huey Lewis in the News for isn't that just Huey? Or is that sports? Was it Huey's? Like, he's on the cover of both of them, isn't he?
I think so.
Man, I you had to bring up Huey Lewis. I so regret not seeing them the last time they swung through our area. That was before he had his ear thing, his hearing loss, and now there is no more the news.
Aw.
So yeah, very sad. But yes, I would take a Huey Lewis figure for sure.
Fair enough. Well, rolling over to Hasbro here.
Hasbro really unloaded over the weekend at WonderCon.
They did. And we'll get to them in a second, but
okay, sure.
First up, we have the Marvel Legends Legacy Collection, Deadpool and Wolverine.
So I feel like the Wolverine, I feel is a reissue, the body at least, of the last Wolverine movie figure that we got. I can't say that for certain, but he definitely, the last one also wore jeans and a tank top, a white tank top like that one. So maybe it's a reissue, new head sculpt possibly.
Yeah. Apparently these are movie inspired designs, and deco in refreshed packaging. So I do believe, yes.
Refreshed packaging.
So
refreshed
packaging. Removable dog tags for Wolverine and an alternate set of hands.
So
as
this
well as an alternate portrait, so he can be going arg.
Can I talk about this for a second?
Yeah.
This really irks me because all the way back to 2000, in the 2000 X-Men, they made a point to give him the proper Canadian issued dog tags. These are not the proper dog tags. Somewhere over the course of the franchise, the dog tags got swapped and he now carries US dog tags and has ever since. But back in 2000, the first on-screen appearance of Wolverine, accurate Canadian dog tags. And it's bugged me forever. It still bugs me now. I didn't buy Wolverine the first time around, nor did I buy Deadpool the first time around.
It's a good looking Deadpool.
I don't know if I will buy them this time. I really, really want to see this movie.
I mean, if you haven't got them already, it's a good chance to catch up.
At 2024 prices.
Unfortunately. Don't get them at Toys R Us.
No, because they're like
$50.
Like $50, yeah, for a basic figure. No, thank you.
I mean, even though Deadpool does come with his unicorn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, is that enough? I mean, I don't know if that's enough.
No, probably not.
Does that count as a third accessory? Oh, I did hear, though, this time around, the pistols apparently are removable. Did you hear anything about that?
I believe they are.
Yeah.
There's other photography out there of them in that pose.
And the last time around, they were like molded right to the body. They did the same thing with Maria Hill. And that, the Maria Hill Avengers movie figure. Same thing. I don't like that
one.
Don't like that one.
But moving over here, the real Ghostbusters are getting a reissue of the Fright features.
I just saw this and I kind of went, didn't like them the first time around. I'm not going to.
Really?
Well,
I had this Peter Venkman and it was awesome.
They are okay. They are what they are. Obviously they speak to a big audience because Real Ghostbusters was a huge deal. But for me, this is how you keep a toy line going. But none of this look never appeared in the show.
True.
So for me, it's kind of like, I can take it or leave it. They're fun.
Oh, they are definitely
fun.
The fright features on each of them were like super innovative.
If anything, the monsters that came with this wave, were the ones, because that was all like pretty much the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
Whether they were supposed to do that or not, I liked them. I think more than I liked the Ghostbusters.
But yeah,
we're gonna have more.
These are technically already on shelves now. I know I've seen Winston at GameStop.
Oh, did you?
So.
Oh, I haven't been there. I haven't been in the last week or so. So I don't know. I haven't seen them.
But yeah, if you want your nostalgic bite for these and they're, find them at a reasonable price.
There is more Ghostbuster toy news.
There is.
Are we getting to that anytime soon?
We'll get there.
All right. Well, I won't rush you or anything.
Before we get there,
okay.
Let's jump to a little bit of Transformers, because this one was revealed at the Hasbro Pulse 40th anniversary fan stream.
All right. How outraged am I going to be this week?
I think very, because I don't recall them ever teaming up. But
Okay.
apparently, we're going to get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Transformers.
Oh, so you know what? Okay.
Crossover.
The crossover things, I own 2 of them.
Yeah.
You probably can't see them.
I believe you have the Ecto.
Well, it's actually, yeah, it's behind you. So if you move your head the other way. Oh, there. Yeah. So behind you in that shelf with Jetfire is the Ectotron and Maverick. I love them. I absolutely love them. Hated the G.I. Joe crossovers. I think they're abysmal.
Well, wasn't they turned the his tank into
Megatron,
which is just weird.
So let me just, in its defense, and there's not a lot to defend about this figure. Megatron has been a tank more times than he's been anything else.
True.
So a his tank for Megatron isn't 100% out of the question. What confounds me is that when they did the Awe Striker, they made it Bumblebee and not Beachcomber,
which is just a missed opportunity.
That blows me away. I actually said that on another, on a very, well, I wouldn't say reputable, but a very popular YouTuber who does nothing but review Transformers. I said that to that person, and the answer was, well, everybody knows Bumblebee, not everybody knows Beachcomber. And I'm like, do you know who they're selling this fucking thing to?
Transformers people.
They're selling it to people who are fans of both Transformers, G1 Transformers, by the way, and G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. That's a pretty narrow demographic. That's people of our age, which means anybody who's a fan of Transformers at my age knows exactly who Beachcomber is. The Awe Striker is Beachcomber's alt form. It's a dune buggy. Just doesn't make sense. I like this. You've got a swappable face, so you can have every turtle.
And dislike that because
no one's going to buy 4 of them.
You want all 4 turtles.
Nobody's going to buy 4. No, nobody's going to buy 4. I wouldn't buy 4, and I love Transformers. I'm not a huge turtle fan, but even if I was, I wouldn't buy 4 of them. There's only 1 turtle van. There's not 4 turtle vans.
True.
And I would use the face swapping feature, and I would swap it out,
periodically.
Once, maybe 2 times a year, maybe, or I would just pick my favorite turtle. It'd be Leonardo forever.
Michelangelo, come on.
There's another this has not been, it's been confirmed, but there's no product shot for this. And the next crossover that's also in the pipeline that I probably will buy is Knight Rider.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Knight Rider is coming as a Transformer crossover. I'm not sure if he's going to be in blue jeans when he's transformed into robot mode or not, but I mean, it's for sure it's going to be Kit. I can't see it unless they use that stupid Volvo truck that they've reissued 16 times, the Walmart truck, the Target truck. I think it's they've issued it 3 or 4 times. If they turn that into the hauler, it's essentially a reissue of Optimus Prime. Don't do that, Hasbro. Give us a new mold. Give me the Knight Industries 2000. Give me the Firebird kit. Nothing else. Got it? Okay, good. Yeah, Turtle Van. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's not for me, but it's definitely cool.
They named him Party Wallop.
I dig it.
So
I dig it.
Turtle Van.
It's no worse than Venus de Milo.
Yeah. Then we've got a couple other ones here to move on to.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is a battle pack that should be right up your alley. And for army builders everywhere.
Okay.
The Black Series Star Wars Clone Trooper and Battle Droid 2-pack.
I both love and hate this at the same time.
If you're building an army to recreate scenes, this is the one to do.
I mean, we've got a Phase 3 clone, which that's an issue because, well, I guess technically it's not an issue. I mean, in the series we saw tons of battle droids getting walloped, but not in live action. So
yeah,
this is okay. I've already got, I mean, there's nothing new about that battle droid. I've already got the original release. I've got the Gamerverse one with the stupid big gun because he was a red. He looked more like the droids from the Geonosian droid foundry, the red skinned ones.
The one that gets replaced with 3PO.
Yeah. Now I've tried to do the fold up look with my battle droids, and every time I try to fold them up like that, I'm afraid I'm going to break something. So I just don't. That is a very finicky figure, very spindly. So I mean, it already has issues with standing. So the fact that they got that one to stand, that's got to be pre-production, or maybe it's been blues,
Finessed.
green screened
Glued.
yeah, to make him stand. So no, I will not buy this. Although I do have a soft spot for the clones, and I would love to have a generic Phase 3 clone. But if I can't get him as a
Single.
yeah, which I probably can, I can in fact if I just go to AliExpress.
Well, there you go.
So, but I won't. Yeah, I'm not saying you should do that. And just like Gaz says, Roger, 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 Roger.
There you go.
What's your vector, Victor? Oh wait, wrong movie.
That's right. Sticking with Star Wars, though, they've also released this. It is the Star Wars: The Last Command 4-pack.
So
this will get you a Luke Skywalker, a Luke, Mara Jade,
yeah,
and
Joris
Korbath.
So I want to try that again. No, seriously, try that again because that was hilarious.
Korbath.
So this is an interesting one.
Kaboth?
So we're getting there.
Kaboth?
I've read this trilogy, and when I read it through the first time, in my brain, I read Joris Kaboth. I've since discovered another podcaster who reviews Star Wars books, just the books.
Yeah.
And when he was talking about this trilogy, he actually pronounced it in a way that I'd never heard before, and I actually like it better.
Okay.
Joris Sabayoth. I like that. It sounds villainous. It sounds sinister and cool. It sounds way better than Kaboth.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Did you just sneeze? Kaboth.
Throw another Kaboth on the Barbie.
So, first of all, I applaud Hasbro for wanting to do this. I don't think the execution on this is all that great. Once again, I just want single releases of these figures so I can pick and choose the ones I want. I did not buy Mara Jade the last time, which, by the way, this is the same Mara Jade figure with an alternate head. And I believe the other head, the wrapped up one, is in the box.
Yeah.
So you are getting the exact same figure. How many Jedi Knight Luke Skywalkers have been released in the Black Series since 2003?
Couple.
We got one, at least one, if not two, just in 2023 with the Mandalorian one. We got the anniversary Return of the Jedi Luke, both Jedi Knights. I don't need that. Now, Luke is an interesting choice. It is a new head sculpt. I will give them that. But the lower body appears. Oh, thank you. You've got that close up. Thank you very much. The lower body looks like it is Dagobah training Luke, right down to the Bespin, the Hoth boots, and the body. That is a straight up reissue of
Obi-Wan?
Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
That takes me out of it. It takes me out of it. I can't suspend disbelief to think that, oh, that's the Luke Skywalker clone because he's wearing traditional Jedi robes that he never had. And then as for Sabayoth, he's a cool looking figure, but I am not married to that storyline so much that I have to have this.
True.
Yeah.
It's not like they brought it to live action or anything yet. So,
well,
picking and choosing elements.
We've been going down that road already. Are they going to do, the heir to the Empire?
Yeah.
They even went so far as to say Thrawn's coming back as heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
But they don't have a Sabayoth character unless that's supposed to be the Balin Skull character, which I don't think that is. But anyway, you know me, I could talk Star Wars all night.
Well, yeah, even though we're not a Star Wars show.
If you didn't get Mara Jade the first time around, you get a chance to pick her up again. Although I think you can still find her if you look hard enough.
Yeah.
I've decided I bought the Mandalorian. Now I have the original Jedi Luke Skywalker from 2003, 2004, which is kind of a big, hot, steaming pile. But anyway, I kept it because it had the removable chest piece for the flap open, flap closed. I like that. And I bought the Mandalorian one because the Mandalorian one, that's my default. That's Luke in a black cloak. Good to go. Love it. I don't think I need this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But it is available for pre-order beginning.
Did they put a price point on this?
They did not. So but again, 4-pack, I'm expecting over the 100.
Yeah. In Knuckle Bucks. In Knuckle Bucks, we're talking $45 to $50 a figure.
Yep.
That could be a $200 box set.
Unfortunately. But
yeah, I'll watch it sit on the shelf.
But as you were saying, there were a whole bunch of WonderCon reveals this week.
Yeah, Hasbro just unloaded.
They did.
They made their entire presentation available on their social media. I immediately sent you the link. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
check this out.
And not only did they do that, like they gave you good, clean shots of everything. So
yeah, they gave you it's not like
Nice.
someone sitting in the crowd shooting it with a phone. It's like, here's our PowerPoint presentation natively. Here it is.
Yeah, intercut with it. So basically the gist of it, the first one they showed off, which I believe is a repeat from the Ghost HasLab thing, is it not? One of the stretch goals
What?
is Ezra Bridger.
Oh, because like you knew this wasn't going to happen, right?
Yeah. So he's not on your HasLab card. Now he's got the more
Now he's on the
live action
Ahsoka
thing.
card. Yeah.
But then they dropped Kanan Jarrus again.
I have the Black Series Kanan Jarrus, and I'm surprised at the portrait on this guy because it looks like a smaller version of the figure that I have. This doesn't like that's the look that they're going. It's like they took the Black Series figure, shrunk him down a little bit, but that looks really good.
Yeah. So for your
Are they giving him the helmet, the mask accessory?
I don't believe so, or at least not in this version.
Okay.
Then they also revealed we're going to get a Zeb. So
looks just like a small version of the Black Series one.
Yep. And then in the regular Black Series, we're getting Moma Nadon.
This one, I mean, who doesn't want more Cantina aliens?
Exactly.
Yeah, Moma Madon, who originally was released as Hammerhead in the Kenner line back in 78,
something like that.
It's cool. Comes with a blaster, which is a Stormtrooper blaster, which is exactly what he came with in the Kenner line. So that's cool.
Now he does look like they might be releasing him as one of the deluxe size ones. Just based
they've got him in that
size,
wide
right?
packaging. Now, what's he coming with? Looks like a cup, maybe a couple of cups, and what a radio or something.
Maybe?
Yeah. I don't know if I needed all those accessories. Just give me the guy with a gun.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yep.
Good to
Live
go.
in the cantina.
Yep. But now, like you've put him in the larger packaging, so now he's north of 50 now.
Yep.
For some accessories that are going to go into a Ziploc bag and sit in my parts bin. I probably will get this one. I will probably get this one.
Now, how about this next one? From the Bumblebee Studio series, we get concept art Sunstreaker.
Listen, they've been pushing these concept art figures. I saw the Megatron and I nearly bought it because it looks so G1. It's a beautiful looking figure. I don't know if I'm into this. I do need a Sunstreaker, an updated Sunstreaker for my collection, but I need a G1 looking Sunstreaker, not this one.
Well, what about a deluxe class gamer edition Sideswipe?
So I bought all these figures the first time around when the War for Cybertron, the video game, came out. I had the whole line. I bought them all.
Nice.
When I did the big purge, back in 19, 18, I got rid of all those figures, and these were some of the ones I let go. So I'm not going to buy them again.
Fair enough. We also get Voyager class Bumblebee Decepticon Shockwave.
Yep, that's a movie Shockwave. It looks good. I'm not going to buy it. No. There's only one that they revealed that I'm getting that I really, really want.
Well, I believe it is this one here, the Leader Class 86 Dinobot Swoop.
That's the one.
Yeah, and
that is the one. Yeah, he does. He looks fantastic. I've seen people complaining already that the wings aren't big enough. They're not wide enough, but I don't display my Transformers in alt mode. They are displayed in robot mode, and that robot looks freaking amazing. And the thing I like about the Dinobots is they made them in leader class, which means I skipped out on Grimlock in this line because I already own the Masterpiece Grimlock, and these leader class figures, they scale almost perfectly with that Masterpiece figure. So
nice.
Yes, this one is like number one on my list of must-haves.
Fair enough.
Yep.
This next one, we're jumping over to Marvel Legends. There's going to be a new retro Iron Man wave.
This is cool.
Yes and no. I'm digging the retro packaging and everything, but as you can see here, we're getting 3 Iron Men. So
it is Iron Man it's his wave, his line.
It's true, but like he's turning into Batman.
if anybody's, but Iron Man has been that. It's
Yeah.
always been about the new suit, the
Yeah.
next suit, whatever the special suit for whatever
Yeah.
situation he's in. It makes sense to do it with Iron Man.
True.
Whereas Batman is just a variation of the same thing over and over. I guess it's the same thing. I mean, we're splitting hairs here, really.
Yeah. At least we don't get Samurai Iron Man. Oh wait, we did get that once. They did that whole line of Samurai, everybody.
That's right.
But here we're getting a Iron Man Model 20 as the first one out.
I think that looks okay. Like, do we know the era that this is from? Are these from the animated show?
These are based on the animated show, yes. So this is I guess they
Okay.
lost all the original files for the original animated show, so they've kind of resculpted them
Oh, that's
as
fine.
close as they can get.
I think that's great. It
But-
gives you a chance to improve on articulation and other things that are important to action figure people.
We also get Whiplash in his comic and animated form. So
Imagine if they'd tried to do that on the movie.
I know. eh?
Could you imagine if they tried to deliver that? Like,
Oh, put a purple cape on Mickey Rourke.
I was going to say, can you see Mickey Rourke dressing up like that?
No.
Yeah, exactly. I want my board.
Yeah. Next up, they have Iron Man Model 9.
I like the big the big anime boots,
Mhm.
the Sentinel boots.
This next one,
That's it. He looks like a miniature Sentinel.
a little bit, which kind of jives with what's going on in comics right now.
You could put a Sentinel head on him and repaint him. He'd be pretty cool.
But the next one here is first time for this figure, Count Nefaria.
I don't think I know this character.
Oh, he goes way, way back in the Avengers and Iron Man, which is probably why he's just now getting a figure. So
Are all of is the metallic background, is that part of the card, or is that a piece, an accessory? It almost looks like the Hall of Armor like
A
pieces
little
that
bit.
used to come with the Diamond Select ones.
I think it's just part of the card art. But
Well,
I could be wrong.
it's very cool.
But then continuing here, we get Iron Man Model 1 Gold. So you can recreate that Avengers cover.
Oh wow.
apparently.
Yeah.
Then
I do like the unmasked Tony head though. That's cool.
it looks like the same head that they used on the anniversary Iron Man there.
Oh, you might be right.
So maybe. But then rounding out the wave, we also get She-Hulk.
Oh, she looks good.
She does.
I love it. So she's clearly a bigger figure because of the way they've positioned her
Yeah,
in the
like,
packaging.
Even at the panel, they say, if you take a look, her knees are bent because she wouldn't fit.
Yeah, they had to do that. It's the same thing that they did with Chewbacca in the Black Series.
Yeah.
They folded him up.
Yeah.
She looks good though. That might be one of the better She-Hulks I think they've done.
Yeah. And it's like based on, I believe, the John Byrne era art.
That's a good looking figure. If I was a big She-Hulk fan, I think I would definitely want
This
to
is
have.
probably the only one of the wave that I might be in for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And it's retro card art, so there's no Build-A-Figure.
no. So, 6 figures, no Build-A-Figure.
Well, that's okay though. I mean, it is supposed to be inspired by the television series.
Yeah.
So I guess all these people made appearances in the series.
Yep, they did. But moving on here, we get a 1/18th scale 1984 Ecto 1.
So this is huge news. Do we have
We do
more
have
on
the
that?
follow-up.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm surprised that they chose to debut this as here's the thing. But now that you have the thing, you know what you have to go with it.
Well, especially considering some of the photography that they released.
Yeah,
And you get the rollout gurney on the back.
that's
where you
cool.
would mount the proton packs.
Now I have the Hot Wheels Ecto 1A in 118 scale, but it's not perfect 118 scale. Like it's die-cast 118, so it's like maybe it's 124. No, it's 118. But this is scaled for 3 3/4 inch figures, which isn't exactly 118. It's close.
Yeah.
Show them because bustin' makes us feel good. I can't help it. I like it.
It's good. But as you say, you do need something to go with.
Yeah, you
this.
do. You really do.
They've announced the Ghostbusters Plasma Pack 3.75-inch O-ring figures.
I was going to say they're O-ring based.
Yeah.
Is that
Throwback to the old G.I. Joe.
man? The body's definitely a swivel arm. Got the swivel arm battle
Yeah.
grip, or is it swivel arm bustin' grip?
Maybe. But But yes, all these proton packs slide into that gurney just right.
That's perfect. So they'll stand up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. And then fold up into the car.
Yep.
You get all the classic accessories, though. I mean, you get a PKE meter, you got the ecto goggles, and a trap. So,
Yeah, what
and
do you need?
just like the movies, Venkman is the only one with his pant legs down.
Yep.
That's cool. That is cool. And I like that. I mean, they're not shying away that these are action figures.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to look exactly like the person on screen.
They look like you're supposed to grab them and play
with them.
have
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I like the idea that this is happening. I don't know why this didn't happen
sooner.
back in '84, to be honest, but I'm happy that it's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
I have enough Ghostbusters to satisfy my Ghostbuster itch to the end of time. So, although I will not be indulging in these, I seriously hope that this line continues and that it is able to be expanded, because there is a whole host of ghosts and creepies and alternate looks for these guys that should be explored.
Yes.
Swivel arm bust and grip. Yes. I like it too.
They did move on from there. They went to G.I. Joe. And so first up, we have the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Card Back Beachhead.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a good looking figure.
Yeah, that's cool. I go back and forth on this. I got so angry with the initial rollout that I'm like, nope, not doing it. And I just stopped buying them. I think I got the first wave when they looked like they were from Fortnite. And I got the 00 Snake Eyes from Pulse, and I still have those figures. I'm probably going to sell them, but I see these retro card art ones, and I'm like, that's all I wanted. I just wanted 6-inch versions of the Real American Hero figures that I loved as a kid.
Yeah.
And it took so long to get there, and the distribution was so horrible. That first year, I just gave up.
Yeah.
I gave up.
Next up here, we have the Retro Card Back Snow Serpent. Another good looking one.
Yeah, and again, it looks just like the 3 3/4-inch figure.
Yep.
Right down to the snowshoes.
And to round out the three, we also get the Retro Card Back Cobra Eel. And again, awesome figure.
Yeah, I like that one too.
But they did reveal one more, and it is a vehicle figure combo pack.
Okay.
And it is the Cobra Ferret ATV and Scout.
Is that a new figure?
I don't know if it's a new figure, but I seem to think that we got one of these in the 3 3/4 scale, at least the ATV.
With the ferret for sure, but
Yeah.
it didn't come with a figure.
No.
So, is this a new character? This looks to me like generic troop.
Yeah, because he's just Scout.
Scout. Yeah. So nameless, faceless, could be anybody.
Yeah.
Could be. Looks like it's a woman.
It could.
It has a very narrow, very shapely waist. Gaz says it is a new figure. Good to know. Good to know.
But yeah, that does round out our reveals from WonderCon.
I do like the ferret. I like the ferret in the original line too.
It's a fun little unit.
I wonder, is that winch going to be functional?
Maybe.
It looks like it might be a piece of string.
Wouldn't take too much.
I think it is actually.
But
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you didn't get to attend WonderCon,
yeah.
So like I said,
go check it out online and
certainly on their Facebook, Hasbro Pulse put it out just a couple days ago. Their entire panel. It's the videos there. You can go and watch it. You can see all of the reveals, where we poached all of the all of the artwork from.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that does bring us to our next segment.
Is it that time again?
I think it's that time.
All right, let me fire up the machine here. We get ready to play.
Loading lexicon. Generating responses. Responses ready. Lexicon is the word game where you decide what's real and what is a con. Get ready. Here we go.
Does it ever get old?
I'm ready. And no, it doesn't.
It doesn't get old. Just like point of just want to ask, is it getting old? Is lexicon getting old? Do you guys still like, does anybody really like this? I mean, we do this week in and week out, and we like it. I don't know. Do you guys like it?
I like learning new words.
All right. Well, we got
New
another
old
one.
words.
We do have another one this week.
What do you got?
This one is it's a mouthful is what it is. Sorry, lexicon. It is the word game that we play here week in and week out, where I present you a completely nonsensical. Oh, yes, love it. Thank you very much. A completely nonsensical sounding word, but it is 100% real. I will present you with 3 definitions. Your job is to try and identify the correct one. And if I have done my job, I will have fooled you all and pulled off the con. Oh, we got Kay chiming in. It's awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so are you ready for this week's mouthful word?
Let me have
Here
it.
we go. This week's word is.
Ultracrepidarian.
Let me try that again. This week's word is
Ultracrepidarian.
ultracrepidarian.
Okay.
Ultracrepidarian. That's a 7-syllable word, so points for that one.
Ultra.
All right.
Definition number 1. What do
This
you
is
got?
the wrong time to want to run a software update. Nope, we're not doing that. No software updates right now.
Later.
Okay, so option number 1. You ready for it?
Let's go.
Your first option is
A person who specializes in the study and design of ultra-modern footwear, particularly sneakers. They often consult with fashion designers and manufacturers to provide valuable insights on the latest trends.
that's option number 1.
Hmm.
All right, our second choice for ultracrepidarian is
A person who criticizes, judges, gives advice, or expresses opinions on matters outside of their knowledge or expertise.
that's option number 2. And finally, option number 3.
A person who possesses an extraordinary talent for analyzing and critiquing architectural elements, particularly those related to ornate exterior decorations. They are often consulted by architects and historians for their insights into the historical significance of architectural embellishments.
All right, those are your 3 options. You've got a person who studies shoes, you've got someone who gives poor advice, and you've got somebody who's amazingly good at architecture. Those are your choices. Oh, well, we've got a new addition.
Do we have a new edition?
We've got music. So here we go. You've got about 30 seconds to chime in. Here we go. It's the best I could get from the YouTube audio library.
You know what? That'll do. That'll do. We've got some
All
answers
right. We
coming in,
do.
though.
We've got let's see, we got Gaz coming in at number 3. Wow, show up here. Why is it not showing? Show my comment. There it is. Sorry. Gaz coming in at 3. We got K Daw also chiming in at 3, and we've got Silver Spider 2. Trust me, it's my expertise. Gaz, follow-up comment. My gut says 1, but I am sticking to 3. All right, what do you think, man?
Honestly, I don't know.
There's a lot going on there. And we've got Sean coming in. Sean says 3. So it looks like right now, wow, everybody by a landslide is picking the architectural one.
Well,
Or are you sitting on it?
I will go out on a limb and I'll be the guy to pick the footwear guy.
Footwear guy. Okay, well then, you may be surprised to know that the actual answer for ultracrepidarian is number 2.
Way to go, Silver
Yeah,
Spider.
a person who criticizes, judges, or gives advice or expresses opinions on matters outside of their knowledge or expertise. You know, there's so many ways we could talk about that.
There is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a guy that knows a guy, or
Everybody, armchair generals, or
you don't believe me, just ask me.
That's right. Like this whole, all the science deniers and all. Boy, did I say that?
Science deniers? Nah.
Let's just move on quickly before this derails.
Did you know some guy or what was it? There was an old saying we used to have when we were hanging out on the porch at my buddy's place. And there was a guy that would come around, hang around with us.
Okay.
And he would always have a story. And it got embellished to the point where, like, didn't you know he drag raced Jesus for pinks?
Same story. Just got bigger every time.
Every time.
Isn't that something, eh?
But
all right. Well, that was this week's edition of Lexicon. Seeing as at least 3 of you like it, we will be back with another round next week, but you'll have to tune in to see what the crazy, nonsensical, but real word is. Can't say we didn't teach you nothing. Is it time for a brandy?
It could be time for a brandy.
All right, let me have a
Because
sip.
you wouldn't want to drink this next one.
No. Oh wait. Oh, is this the one?
This is the one.
This is the one I said the joke. The joke. What movie is that from? Where the kid asks what's for dinner, and the response is wiener water soup.
I don't know.
There's a movie where that's said, "What's for dinner? Wiener water soup." Well, you might as well show it because we're virtually there now.
So don't get too excited. But apparently 7-Eleven is going to do the Big Bite hot dog sparkling water.
Hot dog flavored water, complete with ketchup and mustard flavor.
Yeah. So Limp Biscuit was right. Just need a chocolate starfish.
I can't do it. I don't even know how this is a thing. Like how.
Well, here's the twist on that, because it is something of a thing. Now they did release a whole bunch of other flavors as well. Lemon, lime, green apple, sweet orange, and then this hot dog one.
All those other ones sound like reasonable flavors that
Actual reasonable flavors.
that
Yes.
people might actually want.
But if you read the thing through, it said more details on availability of this flavor will be revealed April 1st.
Oh no, did they get me?
They got you.
Did they get me? Because this came out before.
It came out March 27th.
Yeah.
But go jump to April 1st, and they said, April Fools, we admit it. We created a limited supply of 7 select Big Bite hot dog sparkling water as a joke. But here's the twist.
Okay.
It sounds like there might be more people out there than we anticipated who want to see our Big Bite hot dogs as a beverage. So you had until 7:11 a.m. this morning,
7:11 a.m. Eastern time,
to go comment on their Instagram story to try and actually will this thing into existence.
So they were basically looking for how many people really, really want this, and is it worth doing it?
Yeah, and if nobody wants it, haha, it was just a joke.
God. So
But that,
wow.
yeah. So there were people out there that wanted to try this.
I did not like the 27th. It's so, to me, that's like light years away from April Fools.
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't
way
have even
too soon to
considered
be
it.
starting a prank.
So, I mean, first of all, screw you, 7-Eleven. Second of all, well done for fooling me.
Yeah.
Wow.
But whether or not it actually comes to fruition now, I guess.
We'll have to.
hinges on
Yeah,
how
I guess
many
we'll have to
people
see.
move to save it.
Now, they're going to have to make some sort of announcement one way or the other. I mean, if they're telling you to go to their Instagram and check that out, I'm sure Grandma's Boy. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I can't believe I forgot that one.
Yeah. We'll have to follow up on this one to see,
Whether or not
if there's an answer.
votes.
I would think there would be an answer to this one way or the other. I can't believe that this was even thought of.
Well, as far as a prank,
Yeah. What's
Well-
for dinner? Wiener water soup?
yeah, intended to be a joke, but might be real.
Yeah.
But this next one is definitely real.
Dude, we were so ahead of the
I
curve.
know it's like a few years too late for us.
Fans of our Star Wars review series, if you've been watching our show for the last 3 years, you are well aware that we open every show with a bad/dad Star Wars joke. I mean, I've got the thing here. This has been in the board.
Bad Star Wars jokes.
We've been doing this for 3 years. StarWars.com just showed this off on their social media this
They
week.
did from author Kelly Knox, Star Wars dad jokes,
I'm like, wait a minute. Is someone at Lucasfilm watching our show?
which would be cool. But
Not that they would ever admit it.
of course not.
Yeah.
But, they did put in the article, where does Palpatine hide his Sith armies? In his sleeveys.
It's sleevey. Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
But yeah, it's looking to be a good little.
I like one thing I like looking at the book. Look at the spine. Does that not
It reminds
reminiscent
you
of
of
the Golden
those-
Books?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, brings back those.
When this hits the shelves, are you going to check it out? Are you going to get one?
Probably.
I mean, how
I'll
many
at
of
least
these?
flip through it.
I want to know how many of these we haven't or have already used in 3 years worth of shows. Right? I mean, surely these are curated from across the interweebs.
You would hope so.
In which case we've probably seen, read, or used most of.
Probably.
It's hard now to come up with a good one week in and week out that we haven't used or that's actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, it came out today. It is written, like I said, by Kelly. Oh my, come on, brain. Kelly Knox, with artwork done by
illustrations by
Johnny
Johnny
Sampson.
Sampson. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
who that is.
So I'm assuming he also did the cover artwork here, but
It's a good looking cover.
yeah, you got Luke and Leia kind of doing the groaning while Chewie and R2 were laughing at
You
him,
know, Chewie, you can hear it from here.
basically. But
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
yeah,
You can hear it.
you know, it'd be good for a laugh at.
I bought one of those, you know, when the Chuck Norris things
Oh,
were
I
like
bought a
at the
couple.
height of the Chuck Norris isms.
Love those.
I bought one of the books.
I have a couple of them.
Probably there was 3 of them. I think there was 2 Chuck Norris and one was Chuck Norris and Mr. T.
Yes.
Yeah, I will definitely check out the Star Wars dad joke book.
Yep. But this next one, it might as well be a joke. You remember we were talking about the proxy fight last week with Disney and the Millionaire?
Yes.
Well, Disney has hit back, and they're putting him under the Nelson Peltz. They're putting him under fire because he's going on about the House of Mouse's woke movie strategy. So, quote,
Yeah.
he questioned Kevin Feige's ability as Marvel president and asked, this is a quote from him, why do I have to have a Marvel that's all women? Not that I have anything against women, but why do I have to do that? Why can't I have Marvels that are both? And why do I need an all black cast? What the actual fuck?
I'm sorry. Did I hear that right?
You did hear that right. Like,
I genuinely am speechless at that.
you're trying to fight your way onto the board of directors here, and that is your attitude? Like, get the women back in the kitchen and put the black folk back into the fields? What the hell are you thinking?
This has to be an old white guy.
Absolutely. Absolutely it is. But like, oh my God, what a
Listen, you know, we've talked about Hollywood's sense of woke before. And you know, I've always been a fan of I don't believe in woke for woke's sake. Do I believe in diversity and all of those things, representation? Absolutely I do.
Yeah.
That is not the right
No.
that is not the way to endear yourself to anybody.
No.
Saying stuff like that.
Like, I love my Captain Marvel movies. Black Panther was incredible. And
both of them.
I'm sorry, but you can't tell that any other way. It had to be told the way it was told.
Yeah, I mean, fictitious country in Africa.
Yeah.
I feel like they handled that one pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
But, you know, in a letter sent to shareholders, it was entitled "Oh Nelson." Disney specifically references his comments by saying, imagine the damage he would do to Disney's boardroom with these perspectives. And that is 100% on point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, why would you want to take everything backwards? Like, that's backsliding to the friggin' 40s.
These are people that should just keep their mouths shut.
Yeah.
But you know what? Good on them. Don't keep your mouth shut. Just out yourself to everybody. And then we all know what an asshole you are.
That way we can make an informed decision. And there you go.
Yeah. Money or not, you're just an asshole.
Yeah. But the final decision will be made tomorrow. And unless, like they say, unless shareholders think solely with their wallets, I would hope common sense would say chances are this guy's not getting in.
He's not going to be appointed to the board.
I would
hope not. Tomorrow's the deal.
Tomorrow's the final decision.
Well,
so they've been back and forth for.
Well, definitely. I know tomorrow's a big day for us with the Bad Batch coming out, but like we'll have to keep our eyes on what's going on there.
Yeah,
that's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Moving on to some, I guess, fun ones here. Don Mancini, creator of Chucky.
Yes.
He still wants a Freddy versus Chucky movie to happen.
You know, if it does happen, unfortunately, that's not going to be with Robert Englund. He's retired. He's retired the role. Now, when I saw this earlier this week, the first thing I said was, and now they can answer the question, does Chucky dream? Because in my mind, it's Freddy all day long.
Fair enough.
If this matchup happens, it's Freddy.
You think so?
It's always Freddy. Yeah.
But
It's the most terrifying horror movie character of my lifetime. And there's some really horrific movie characters out there, but like of what I consider the big two,
Freddy versus
three,
Jason.
yeah. So Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and then the third one, Michael Myers.
Would you go Michael Myers?
I would. But of those, like Freddy has always been like number one. Like those first. Now I was subjected to A Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2, not by choice.
Ooh.
My brother, my older brother, we're getting movies, we're renting movies, and I'm gonna pick it, and you've got to watch it. And I'm telling you, man, I did not sleep right for a long time after A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. That is just pure nightmare fuel.
As it was intended to be.
Yeah. They didn't spin off into like weird, self-referential action comedies until like Dream Warriors and afterwards, right? But the first two were just wow.
My first introduction was 5.
5.
Yeah. And then
so what? 1,
Dream Child.
2, 3 Dream Warriors, 4 New Nightmare.
4 is Dream Master.
Oh, Dream Master. That's right.
Dream
That's
Child, right. And then 5. Yeah, 5 was Dream Child.
Yeah.
6 is Final Nightmare.
Yeah.
7 is Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
New Nightmare. Yeah. Okay.
And then I can't remember. I think the reboot came before Freddy versus Jason.
I believe that is true. Yes.
With,
yep. Him.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yes, that guy.
Rorschach.
With Rorschach. That's right.
Yeah. But
Freddy Krueger now with more Rorschach testing.
Yeah. But coming back around here, there's an interview that we've linked to in the show notes where you can go listen to Don talk about this. And apparently he's had this concept going for quite a while. And I do believe they've actually tackled it in comics already.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Because I know they did like after the Freddy versus Jason, they spun it out. And
this to me,
all sorts of good ones.
Comic books. This is right up the, the company Dynamite.
Yes.
That's totally a Dynamite thing. You know, they do all those weird crossovers.
Yeah.
Green Lantern and Voltron, Star Trek and Voltron, like just all kinds of craziness.
Yeah.
Yep. Love what Dynamite's doing.
And apparently there is potential Chucky might join Mortal Kombat one day.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it where, like the game is all about the fatalities.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, he's already crossed over into one game movie, that Ready Player One.
Was he in that?
He was like a little accessory that they armed and threw at other people.
It's been a while since I saw it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, he thinks it would be a good idea to have them, go about a just fun versus movie. Because like Jason versus Freddy, it was good.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't too horror. It wasn't too comedy. It was a nice middle ground.
Yeah. Right in the middle.
So, but it all depends on what's going to happen as season 3 of Chucky winds down. Which I believe starts again, or the second half of season 3 starts up next week on April 10th.
Cool.
So, and where we left him at the end of the first half,
yep,
he's not in good shape. Like his doll body is now aging, and he's getting close to death. And it's funny because he goes to the doctor, and they're like, give it to me straight. And he's like, "You're dying." He's like, the
doll body is aging. So is the doll getting older, or is it just decaying like a plastic toy would?
No, it's decaying like a human would.
Gaz, I want to see Gremlins versus Critters.
That'd be a good showdown.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Yes.
I would like that. I think, you add Gremlins into any franchise and it just gets better.
We need a Critters remake though.
Yeah, I would do that. I would totally be down for that. Maybe that's where we get that.
Maybe. But speaking of remakes, this one's coming out of China. And they've gone ahead and remade the 1997 American creature film, Anaconda.
What?
Yeah. And
sorry, this is a Chinese film?
A Chinese film. They're remaking Anaconda. And it is just evil looking.
Do we have a trailer?
We do have a trailer. We've linked to it in the show notes.
Okay.
These snakes, as lethal as they were in the first one, they're way more lethal this go through.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this a frame from the film?
It is.
It looks really good.
Yeah. The trailer looks awesome. It looks a bit different than your normal American trailer, but as intended, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm all in. Even if it's like subtitles, I want to see this.
Oh, of course. It's going to be, English. There won't be an English language version. Well, there might be, but it'll be dubbed.
Yeah.
God, that snake looks really good though.
It does. It's coming from directors, and I apologize for this, Jiang Kui Liang and Jiang He Shen. So I'm not familiar with any of their other work, but there are spots in the trailer that do echo pretty heavy the original Jennifer Lopez Ice Cube one.
Yeah.
So it's got a familiarity to it, but a lot more lethal. And yeah, there is a website that describes the remake storyline as follows. A group of circus performers on their way to what they think is a new performance location become stranded in a lush rainforest after the boat they were on and the captain leading the way are eaten and destroyed by an anaconda.
Oh boy.
They cross paths with a deadly poacher who is hunting the anaconda, who realizes that he might now have enough bait to catch him. But being circus performers, they have a few survival tricks up their sleeves.
Okay.
So similar storyline, but
that's cool.
They're not making a movie. They're just circus performers this time.
Yeah. That's cool. I like the idea that that's getting a remake.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check it out. I'll check out the trailer as soon as we're done here tonight.
Yeah. And if you want to go check it out, it is in the show notes. And yeah.
Oh. Gaz with the crazy crossovers, Anaconda versus Lake Placid. Come on, Hollywood.
They did that already.
Did they do that?
They did. Because there was 3 Anaconda sequels and then the one crossover with the Lake Placid franchise.
There was?
Yeah.
Was Betty White in it?
You know what? I don't think she was in that one.
Damn.
Which is sad because she was so good in the first Lake Placid.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're getting close to the end here.
All right. Well.
So, if you've been holding out to call in, you should probably do that.
Yeah, this is your time to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Oh, what?
Yeah, dude, it's available in like a multi-disc pack.
I was just as shocked as you are. I had no idea that this happened.
It is definitely goofy, but it's fun.
Is it big dumb fun?
Yeah, big dumb fun with low budget.
Okay. So like Sharknado bad?
Same level.
Okay.
Apparently, back in the day, there was alternate artwork for Doomsday for Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman.
Do we have that?
We do have it.
Okay, let's have a look.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder made the wrong choice.
Why didn't he go with that?
Oh my god! Right?
Why didn't he go with that? Oh my gosh, I like Zack Snyder's work. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I like his work, but
Doomsday is not supposed to look like a Ninja Turtle.
No.
And I get, because he'd said in interviews that he was going to evolve the character to his more comic book accurate appearance.
Just never got there.
But no, they never got there. And these concept designs they have would have put him there sooner.
I know we got a bit of that. Like each time he had an evolution and more stuff grew out of him, but like,
yeah.
Hello. That's what they. Okay, then they need to throw their sharktopus in that.
I thought he was taking on the 3-headed shark.
Sharktopus. That's just. Yep.
That's
nightmare fuel too. Yep.
Why not? But this concept art has been revealed by Jared S. Marantz, and he's got a whole. If you go check out his Instagram account, there is just so much concept art there. It's crazy.
I agree with you guys. Yes, seriously. Come on.
But yeah, hindsight 2020, I guess, but
who knows? I mean, not that Warner is going to spend any more money on any of Zack Snyder's films, but like, can we just go back and like redo the CGI on him?
Yeah.
Give me that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
The concept art is way, way closer to the actual comic book appearance, which is kind of,
100 times over.
Yeah.
Even this looks like 3D modeling on top.
Yeah.
And then
but the facial structure on that one.
That's what I mean. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
And even this more abominable snowman looking version is still.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
More intimidating than the turtle version.
Yeah. More than the turtle. I know. It's so funny.
Yeah. But anyway. We had also mentioned last week that the Spider Within a Spider-Verse story would be coming out.
That.
We've linked to it in the show notes because it is out now.
It's out now. Have you seen it?
I have seen it, and they did mention that it was going to tackle a little bit of mental health issues.
Yep.
Holy, does it ever?
Okay.
It is definitely worth a watch. It's like 8 minutes long.
I was going to say, how long is it?
But
yeah.
it does have like full Marvel titles, and credits, and everything.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go give it a watch. It'll, just kind of whet your appetite for the Spider-Verse to hold you over for a little while longer until the next one.
Does it have any, like, how does it fit between the two existing films?
I'm gonna say that it doesn't.
Is it somewhere between? Is it somewhere after?
Somewhere between.
Yeah.
Because of the state he was left in at the end of Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
It should take place prior to that when he's just, spidering around.
Okay.
But there's no set timeline where it has to happen.
All right.
Just post getting spider powers and
yeah.
Okay,
cool.
So go check that out. Link to in the show notes.
Now I know this next one.
This next one, again, we mentioned it at the end of last week.
This one's personal for you.
This one is. So as we had mentioned last week, production was supposed to be coming back on Greetings from Fairview. So myself and my daughter, we did take a trip down.
That's
just
cool.
To see where it was going, and it was confirmed production is back on. They were in Port Hope last week filming, and lightning struck twice.
So for those of you that didn't maybe catch us on our last discussion about this, the Greetings from Fairview is the working title for
either Greetings from Derry or Welcome to Derry. I don't know.
Yeah, the It prequel.
Yes.
Television series.
But as you and I went down last summer,
yeah,
we managed to run into the director.
We did, yeah.
And lo and behold, he was there again.
Yep, Andy hanging out on the set of his own show. Why? That makes sense to me.
Yeah, but super nice, and he remembered me.
Did he remember you?
He did. He looked at me. Yeah, I'm like, dude, Flash was awesome.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no spoilers. They were shooting inside the Capitol Theater, and they were also doing a sunset shot, which we left just before we got to. But
yeah,
he took his time, come out, said hello, and Harley was just over the moon.
Yeah, you had said that.
And
now you also told me something that in the time that he sat there on the street talking to you, that he kind of gave you the Cole's Notes version of what he wants to do with the series,
season 2 and 3. And I'm not gonna divulge that.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
I don't know. I don't really want to spoil.
I know we've held everything back. A couple of photos notwithstanding.
Yeah,
we've held everything back till after the show debuts.
Yeah,
so that we are not spoiling the show.
Yeah. I'll just say this: like the show notes right now are calling it an origin to Pennywise.
Yeah, and
knowing that the origin piece kind of happened already in chapter 2, where the asteroid hits the Earth, they show him first showing up, or her, sorry. But with what he's told me, I am way more excited, and I really, really hope we get season 2 and 3 of this.
So if we see an interview where he says the same thing, we can talk about that.
Then I think it'll be safe to talk about.
Okay, fair enough. So for now, we will not say.
No.
Okay, good enough.
But yeah, it was just another one of those.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, we really do live in a spot where, Hollywood North is not that far away.
No.
And Port Hope, the town of Port Hope, is even closer than Toronto and a lot of the other where all the big studios are. It's cool that they're, our area gets, some of this kind of stuff going on. Cool, but clowns freak me out. Sorry. Me too, Gaz. Me too.
I love clowns.
I don't not like clowns, but I mean, I don't like scary clowns that come out of the bathtub. How's that?
Fair enough. But oh, hey, what's up, Zazel?
What? Hey there, my friend. We are just about to wrap up this week's edition of Random Fandom Tuesday. Thanks for dropping in. We've been talking pop culture stuff all night.
A lot of toys.
A lot of toy news this week. I'm sure you are aware of everything that came out of WonderCon, which we just talked about. And we're now talking about the It prequel television series, Welcome to Derry.
Yeah,
we think that's what it's called.
Working title: Greetings from Fairview.
Greetings from Fairview. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I hope everything's good with you.
But that does bring us to our last.
What is it that time? Oh my gosh, it is that time again.
It is.
All right. Well, you know what it is. Andy, he's out there in the aisles for you and I, so we can save a few dollars with this week's toy hunting tip from Dollarama.
So this week we've got here Gaz.
What?
Bustin' makes us feel good.
Bustin' does make us feel good.
Anyway, first up we have Series 1 Marvel Zombies domes. They are going for $350, but if you look on Amazon, as they are an older item,
I was going to say, is this
$36.74.
so? Did this come out right around the time the zombies comics were out?
I think it's post comics, but right when the domes were blowing up there.
I don't remember these in any.
There have been so many different domes, and they all
Really?
interconnect. And
Isn't that something? Oh, right, they got a little hook on it.
yeah, or the little knob on the top so you can stack them.
Right.
as well.
Oh, so left and right, top to bottom.
Yeah,
You could have a wall of domes.
you can. The other thing that's
funny.
popping up this week is the Yumi Stranger Things Series 1 blind bags. They're going for $4 and they retail for around $10.99. So if you are a fan of Stranger Things, these are neat little figures.
And if you still like the cutesy form factor,
yeah,
it's just not a thing for me.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But save a couple bucks for a fan, and
Seriously.
away you go.
Wow, man. Big week this week.
Big week.
Was a big week this week, and you're right. We did have a smorgasbord of toy news.
Mm-hmm.
More to come, by the way. We didn't even touch on Masters this week, which, by the way, I saw some new artwork. Did you see the? I don't want to call him a Build-A-Figure, but he's like a mixture of parts.
I have not seen that yet.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. It was like Manny-Face's body with buzz-off wings and a bunch of like different legs and arms. Like it's literally Franken He-Man.
Weird.
Very much like what goes on in the clubhouse on Mo Tuesdays.
Nice.
So I was very shocked to see that, but it had a name. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a real thing. I'm not making that up.
Nice.
If I can find the image I saw this week, I'll put it up on our socials.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it. That's it for us for this edition of Random Fandom Tuesday. Like I said, it's episode 57, and it just keeps on rolling. Tomorrow's a big day. The Bad Batch is back with another its first double drop. We had the triple drop premiere, but we are in the back half.
This is a second double drop.
Is it? Oh, it is the second one. Yeah.
First was a 3, then we got a bunch of singles that had double, couple singles now.
Now a double.
Yeah.
We are officially in the back half of the season. Big expectations for the second half. Also, if you've been following X-Men 97, new episode out tomorrow. Last week's episode, pretty freaking cool. I still stand by it. This show might be better than the entire original series.
Yeah, there was only one moment in last week's that kind of like jerked you out of it.
I can't leave you. I'm leaving.
Yeah. I won't be a part of it. Do you know what it's like to be left? Abandoned?
I can't abandon you. I'm leaving.
What are you doing? Get back here.
What is wrong with that guy? Okay. Yeah. But that's it for us. And I hope you come and check us out on Sundays when we do our fan batch review series, where we'll be covering both episodes this week. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday as we do every Tuesday night right here on Fandom Power. It's Random Fandom Tuesday with me, your host, Wes, and Andy. And guys, whatever your thing is, fan on. And I guess we'll see you next week.
See you on the next one.
All right. Bye for now, everybody.